Today, we would like to discuss gratitude meditation and how it can help university students and faculty to improve their lives, concentrating on four specific issues. Gratitude meditation is a mindfulness practice that fosters appreciation and thankfulness. It involves reflecting on the positive aspects of your life, such as the people who have supported you or moments and experiences that bring you joy. These moments does not have to be significant or life-changing. They can be small everyday occurrences. By intentionally focusing on gratitude, participants can enhance mental well-being, reduce stress, and promote a sense of contentment. There are many variations of gratitude meditation, with gratitude journaling being one of the most popular. There is no clear set way to practice this, and it does not necessarily require writing down anything. Simply taking a moment to think about small things you are thankful for is enough. However, based on our team's experience, we recommend identifying at least 3 things to be grateful for each day, regardless of how you choose to express them. Now, I would like to move on to the first issue. Our first issue is navigating life transition. University students, especially international students, often face significant stress while adjusting to new environments. Balancing academic and social demands, coping with loneliness, and dealing with homesickness can all contribute to heightened stress levels. Studies like The Impact of Life Transition Stress on University Students by Smith and Brown highlights students' significant challenges during this transition. Their research on 600 Chinese first-year students revealed that approximately 70% of the students experience stress, with 18% of them reporting extreme stress. These findings underscore the profound impact of life transition on students' mental health, emphasizing the severity of the struggles they encounter. Then, how can we address this issue? Gratitude meditation can be a highly cost-effective and accessible tool for managing this type of stress. A study conducted with Turkish university students supports this with 2 key findings. First, students who participated gratitude journaling exhibited noticeable improvements in adjusting to their new environments compared to their own baseline prior. Not to mention the controlled experiment also done, and the group engaged in gratitude meditation and journaling demonstrated better overall adaptation to their surroundings compared to those who did not participate in these practices. Now, I would like to move on to my personal experience. From my own experience, I also can confirm the findings of the study. Every morning, right after waking up, I wrote down 3 things that I was grateful for from the previous day. At first, moving to university, I struggled with loneliness and stress. However, gratitude journaling helped me focus on positive constants in my life and recognize that I could still enjoy many of the things that I had loved back home. This simple practice made my transition significantly easier. To conclude, life transitions are inherently stressful, but mindful practices like gratitude meditation can make a meaningful difference. By cultivating a habit of gratitude, individuals can enhance their adaptability, foster personal growth, and promote overall well-being.
Now we would like to move on to the second issue, which is boredom and daily monotony. Boredom remains a poorly understood phenomenon despite its evident association with mental health problems, according to Morrison. So, how is the issue of boredom relevant to university students? University students could be prone to experiencing boredom and daily monotony given their repetitive schedule and demanding academic tasks. Sharp in 2016 showed that more than half of the undergraduate students that they've researched displayed academic boredom, which was also shown to undermine their academic achievements. Similarly, Mohammed in 2022 showed that students who suffer academic boredom has lower quality of academic life. Quality of academic life meaning social relationships, participation in class, and academic engagement. So these studies show how boredom is associated with deprived academic performances. Then what other effects could boredom give to university students? First is burnout, low motivation in their studies or in their life in general, lack of purpose in life, which all connects to mental health problems, which includes impulsive and risky behavior. And addiction, boredom is a largest predictor of addiction. So, how could gratitude mindfulness help overcome this issue of boredom and daily monotony among university students? So, as we've seen, academic boredom is associated to low academic life satisfaction. And Mohammed, in the same study, showed that self compassion mediates the effect of boredom to low academic life satisfaction. Additionally, self compassion and gratitude was shown to each be associated with burnout and low academic life satisfaction in a way that mediates the effect of the two issues shown by Leon and Wright in 2024. So, given the effectiveness of gratitude and self compassion, I want to introduce my personal experiences involving these three concepts. So, I've implemented gratitude mindfulness every day, which was in the form of thinking about three things I'm grateful for about the day before I go to sleep. So, this helped me with the repetitive schedule and the boredom that accompanied that I was facing, because it helped me realize that every day is so different. And even when I'm stuck in the library the whole day, maybe that day I bumped into a friend or had lunch with someone. And gratitude mindfulness actively reminded me of the different things that happen every day, which reminded me, additionally, of how every day is so special. And there are always ways to think that there are difference in every day that I should be thankful for.
The next issue that I will be introducing is future/anticipatory anxiety. And the reason why this is an issue is because it's prevalent amongst university students. The challenges include fear of failure or negative evaluation, fear of lack of postgraduate opportunities, health and social care concerns, and approximately 20 to 30% of students experience this. And its impacts include increased stress levels, lower self-esteem, emotional exhaustion, reduced information retention, and difficulty starting tasks. And then, in terms of a literature review on how gratitude meditation and mindfulness can help combat these problems, I looked at two case studies which represented two different ways in which gratitude meditation can be implemented to solve these problems. The first case study was conducted amongst university students, and it was a heart-centered gratitude technique where it include visualization and visualizing what you were grateful for, whilst the second case study concerned counting your blessings, which was more to do with gratitude letters in the form of physically writing. So in the form, it could be that through a journal or just actually writing out letters. And what these studies showed was that for the first case study, an 8% increase in life satisfaction scores was observed. Measures of overall reduced future anxiety rates improved by 15% on average in the experimental group. And in the second case study, the experimental group showed a significant decrease in academic overthinking and future anxiety, where scores from a mean of 31.44 pre-intervention to 27.3 post-intervention, with a median effect size of on the Cohen scale of 0.65, was represented. Um, and I think the solution for both of them was both very different yet very effective. So for case study one, they were encouraged to visualize the things that they were grateful for so that they can manifest a positive future. Whilst the second case study was to do with writing letters of gratitude to people and to themselves, which provided the group with a sense of relief and it kept them grounded in the present. So, with these two case studies in mind, I decided to implement them and try them out for myself, but tweak them to kind of fit what our group was trying to achieve with gratitude meditation. So, for the first one, I initiated breathing with gratitude and visualizing the things that I was grateful for. I kept this more specific and down to three things. and it was more specific to what I was grateful from that same day. And it kept me quite grounded in the present, and it prevented me from overthinking the future too deeply. And I found it to be less structured than a journal or a letter. So I felt that there was more free thought going on, and there was less pressure for me to think of what to do on the spot. I was just more free with with what I was grateful for and with my thoughts. Whilst the gratitude journal, instead of doing sort of journal entries, I did it in the form of letters. And I found letters to be effective when expressing gratitude towards people that I was grateful for, due to how specific it was. It was to do with people rather than general things like what the breathing and visualization meditation was. The fact that the letters were not sent was also quite effective because it didn't provide me any sort of pressure or burden too. And then what I did was I journaled sort of three things that I was grateful for in concerning the people that I hold precious in my life. So journaling that was really interesting, and it could also be the people that I met the same day rather than a general gratitude journal entry, and that was more specific to combating future anxiety. So in conclusion, I found, even though found it hard to stay specific during the journaling process at first, I did manage to find a balance between staying grounded and thinking about a positive future rather than a negative one. Um, and I enjoyed the simplicity of the practice. I found it to be quite adaptable, and quite easy to implement throughout my daily routine.
Finally, our group would like to talk about academic-related stress. The challenge regarding that kind of stress is that students at all age levels, not only at the university level, face stress in regards to academics. And in most cases, students are unable to juggle these stress factors, which therefore leads to a poor mental health and depression. Some of these stress factors are things like tests and homework, expectations, deadlines, workload, and which therefore leads to a lack of sleep. A quote from the literature review: when educational bodies use any form of gratitude intervention, studies showed that students had an enhanced social achievement and quality of social relationships. So, as interpreted from the literature review, an increased exposure to gratitude meditation also leads to a decreased burnout in learning, increased passion of goal pursuits, achievement motivation, and a strengthened relationship with others. This literature review was based on 700 Chinese elementary school students, which demonstrated the importance of promoting gratitude meditation by comparing their subjective well-being in school. This also demonstrated on how it doesn't matter the age level, as I mentioned earlier, with exposure to gratitude meditation. So what they found was that by exposing these students to gratitude meditation in an academic setting, their overall well-being will drastically improve. And regarding the testimonial, the number one challenge that I found with this practice was staying consistent. It felt very repetitive and it did not feel beneficial in the moment. However, one thing that I found that made it a lot easier for me was making it a habit and not thinking of it as a chore. And before going to sleep, the way that I practiced this was I gave it thanks for at least three things that helped me feel much more grateful. And they can be very simple things, very general things. For example, some of the things that you could be thankful for are things like the opportunity to go to class, having a good lunch, your bed, your favorite artist songs, and your friends. In conclusion, although it may not seem like it, your mental health is directly associated with school in various aspects. Learning to be more grateful can positively help you in school, assisting in better grades, time management, and better social relationships. And with gratitude meditation's conclusion, one of the things that we wanted to address was how to sustain these practices. Setting easy reminders like putting post-it notes on your mirror, setting alarms, or leaving your journal underneath your bed are effective methods to practice gratitude meditation until it becomes a habit.
In terms of the significance, to conclude upon it, gratitude mindfulness helps creating balance during difficult times, such as exam stress for university students. And this leads to positive impact to one's mental health, such as relieving anxiety and stress.
And with regards to its larger impact, it can transform education and cultivate emotionally intelligent and socially aware students whilst addressing mental health in the curriculum and in social life. And for its global impact, it can lead to a greater appreciation for natural resources, which can also strengthen humanitarian efforts and philanthropy.